Okay, so this is the first time that I'm going to be live streaming my journey along with a good chat. And I am anxious to do this. This is going to become the norm to talk about my weight loss journey along with good talk and chat with friends and welcome newcomers and answer questions about weight loss and everything. This this will turn out better than Bren because if anybody's got questions, I can answer directly instead of having to wait to answer in the comments. So this is going to be good. We're digging. Thank you. I know that this is Wednesday and some people's preparing for church and everything. So I got thinking 9 o'clock is too late for me. It wouldn't give me long to stream. Not to mention, I'm expecting my son to call a little later, so I figured an earlier time would work. Hopefully, this is a good time for everyone. I've still got to work out the bugs as far as it goes as to when I stream on a Wednesday. But other than that, I'm streaming every day with my journey and to answer questions and have a good chat overall and everything. It's been good times overall. Live streams have been great, and me doing OMED has been great, and God's been good helping me with this and moving along. And everything is awesome. And I'm not going to reveal my rate until I get some people in. But yeah, it has been so much easier. Miss Catherine's saying hello. She always likes to say hi, don't you? Miss Catherine loves saying hi. She loves sitting in the window watching the birds. She's a bird watcher. I know that I had some people who wanted to come in, so I'm going to give them some time. Hope everybody's day has been going well and that you're not too over hot or anything, that you're staying cool. And I know some people don't even have air conditioning in their home, and that is rough. I have been there, not having any air conditioning in the house. And yeah, that gets pretty tough. Stop digging, Bouncy. Stop digging. She's trying to fluff up the carpet or something. I already vacuumed, so it's fluffed, so I don't know what she's doing with it. I love the title. It looks good. I appreciate you, friends. That's my creative crew for me. Still very creative with the ideas. It's awesome. So yes, I like my title, and I love the channel trailer created by President Trump, and it's all good. And I found a app that I can make some even better thumbnails, hopefully. I'm going to kind of fool around with that and see what I can do with it, kind of play around with it before I decide whether or not it will be useful, be able to use it. I will give 10 minutes. I might have started too early. Maybe. But I know that some of my friends are available because they answered. Unless, of course, they were out and caught. So just give a little bit more time here. And then I'll try again later. And completely delete this live stream altogether if I don't get anybody on the chat, and then try again later. And I'm anxious to share how things are going with the journey. If I look a little tired, I am. 2 nights in a row, my sleep has been interrupted. So I'm a little on the sleepy side, but other than that, I'm okay. I'm going to have to paint some more. The paintings that's in the background back there is my husband and somebody who was in an elder home and my mother-in-law over there. So those aren't mine, but over here are mine. I've got all of this wall here and along here for mine, and then like back there was others. I might have to condense these and put them on a wall so that I've got room for more of mine. I've got somewhat of an idea of when I'm wanting to start painting again. I'm thinking about doing skyscapes because with clouds, you can do anything with them. You can make them any color, any shape, any form, any fashion. I mean, I have been really studying the clouds, and they come in all kinds of designs and colors. It's amazing. So I am going to attempt to do some skyscrapes before long. Maybe with a little bit of a landscape on the bottom, but on the whole part, it's going to be a skyscape. So I look forward to doing that. It's just a matter of me clearing off the makeup that's here, because I'm using this now as like a makeup place because the lighting from the window works good. When I open up the curtains, I can see my face better over the lighting in the ceiling, so works good here. A little bit more time. I know somebody's going to be popping in eventually. I don't want to cut it off too prematurely. Yeah, this is a good idea to do live streaming over my journey and help others out along the way live. Hello? Grandpa, I'm doing well. Kind of shocked to see you the first run up. You usually come in a little bit later. How's Miss Luna? They all should start rolling in before long. I started it a little bit early. Oh, I'd say so. That dog doesn't like just being laying around. She likes to be active. Hope the temperatures are more agreeable today for you. It's extremely hot here, so my air conditioning is working overtime. At least it's still cooler in here than it is outside. Anyway, rest of the gang should be in soon. I know that at least Nikki and Mark is available because they commented on my videos. It's just a matter of them being notified or whatever. I'm not wanting to talk about my weight loss journey until some more people comes in. Have you got good air conditioning inside? I assume. Not everybody's got air conditioning, unfortunately. Makes it rough. The house that my ex lives in, he doesn't have any kind of air conditioning, and it really gets hard on him. They use fans, and that's pretty well it. Well, that's great. It sure beats smothering, that's for sure. A couple days ago, the air conditioner quit functioning here. They had to recharge it. It got up to 90 degrees before they took care of it, but I had been out walking, so I didn't know it until hubby notified me saying, I can't sleep, it's too hot. And then I finally get home, he says, it's really hot in here. And I look, and sure enough, it was already up to 88 and still climbing. So I had to call the office and get maintenance out here. They've been having to work on a lot of the air conditioners here lately. A lot of them. They've been working overtime on the ACs. It's a little hard to get them to come and take care of anything else right now because they're so busy. I was just saying that, like, the painting sets behind me belongs to other people. And I'm thinking about moving them all over, like on that wall. And then I've got all this extra wall back here, plus the space I've got here. Think about taking up my paintings again. Um, and there's all kinds of things that I can do with clouds. So I'm thinking about doing skyscapes, a little bit of landscape, but mostly skyscape. But I've got a lot of stuff here on this desk right now, so mostly my makeup. I can see my face better to do my makeup with the curtains open, so I've got all my makeup laid here. I'd have to clear the desk off so I can paint. I wish I had a nice standing easel. That way it would really be better because it gets a little hard to sit and paint. But if I could stand and paint, I think I'd really have better leverage. Now, I would love to have a standing easel. Hello? I'll have to go to the art supply shop though to find me a stander. I've not really shopped for any. None? Can't even doodle? I mean, everybody can do a stick figure at least. Gotta have some kind of artistic ability there. Think about an abstract painting. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Just slap a paint. That would be considered artistic. Well, there you go. You've got some artistic abilities. But yeah, I'm going to start painting again before long. I've got to go through the studio and put things up proper anyway. And it's all kind of strung out against the walls. There you go. That's a way to look at it. The way I see it, even if just a stick figure with curly hair is artistic. Nah, you're not autistic. There's no way you're autistic. And I don't believe that for a minute. There's no way you're autistic. I didn't get too awful much sleep last night or the night before. My sleep has been interrupted 2 nights in a row. I don't even know how long I would have slept this morning. Hubby had called right before he left to come home and woke me up. I was in a good sleep. Hopefully tonight, though, I'll be able to sleep all the way through without interruption. You know, sometimes I'm almost afraid to go to sleep because I'm afraid that I'm going to be woke up instead of like getting to sleep all night through. Well, that's great. I think the biggest fear that I've got about falling asleep, though, is that before I know it, it's morning. And I would like to be able to have longer hours for sleep, or at least feel like I got a good sleep. Now, I sleep deep once I fall asleep. Just sometimes it seems like the night goes by too fast, and I didn't sleep long enough. I'm shocked that the gang isn't here. I figured that Nikki and Mark would be here by now. It's possible that Julian is still at work. If they miss any of this live stream, they're going to be highly upset. Trying to give them as much time as possible before I share how I've done on my journey. Um, I'm just working on it. I'm not completely skinny. Not yet. I'm never going to be exactly skinny anyway, even when I reach my goal. I'm going to be nice and slender, but I'm not going to be skinny. And all you got to do, if you don't want to be fat, just cut your portions. That's all. It's really not hard to lose weight if you get a grip on it, if you change your mindset about it. The thing is, I think changing the attitude and mindset about food is the biggest obstacle. Once that changes, it becomes a little easier. And for me personally, it also has got a whole lot to do with how much faith I've got in my father. As long as you're staying healthy, Grandpa, if you don't have any medical problems and you're happy and the grandkids and Luna, then, and yeah, no matter what, God loves us if we're fat, skinny, bony, mediocre, whatever. Still loves us. And that's a good thing. He would have hated me for a long time if he didn't like me being fat. If he didn't like me when I was fat, rather. Oh, come on, gang. You're missing this. I'm anxious to tell you. Anxious, anxious, anxious. I've got some good news to share. I guess I'd started it too soon. I was wanting to make it so that Mark and Nikki wouldn't have a problem to get to church. And I know I can't run this live stream too long because they won't have time to get on at all. But 9 o'clock would be too late for me. I really prefer to run the live streams about 6 or 7. That way I've got a couple hours. I'll have to figure out a little bit more. That's just how good animals are, huh? They don't care. But yeah, I'll have to figure out a better time to do the live streams on Wednesdays. Someone's doing a question and answer chat. Grow the channels. That one guy, I can't even think of his name now. Some dogs have that knack. And this heat's got my fingers swelled a little bit here. Oh, I'll give them 5 more minutes, and if not, I'll launch into how my weight loss journey has been so far. Hopefully they'll come in within the next 5 minutes. And I don't know how many people will be able to join in. And I'll run this for a couple hours, or at least an hour. They'll have to watch it on the replay if they don't make it in the 5 minutes. I hate to do that for them. I hate to do that to them. Thanks, Grandpa. Now, I don't blame anybody who hasn't watched them. It gets monotonous. And so I figured that doing a live chat every evening to inform people how I'm doing with the weight loss will be good, but also we can get into like questions and answers and subject matters. And so just kind of make it all good all the way around. That way it's not so monotonous. And you do, and mine too, Grandpa. You're a wonderful man. You always mean something to me, and I love it when you do come into my chats. It really means something to me. I just hate it that I haven't been joining into anybody's chats or watching their videos. That's I've tried to start joining in a little bit more, watching other people. They're good enough to watch me and stuff. I can at least do the same thing. There's some people though, their channels, they put subject matter out that I'm just not into. And I want the best for them. I want to see their channel grow and I want to see them prosper. It's just not my subject matter. Hey, shucks, you've been there for quite a while, almost since I started. Ever since I started. I think you might have subbed me about a month or two after I'd started doing YouTube, so you've been right there. Even if you haven't been present, you've been right there. And I started watching you when you only had like 5 or 6 videos out. And your channel has just busted out of the seams just all of a sudden. You were there, getting up there like that. I've seen some people do that too. When I first see their channel and they're under 200 subs or something, and then next thing I know, they just boom, and they're over 1,000. There's already 2 people that I know was really in the low subs, and they are now monetized. And that was just in a few months. It's amazing. Mine's going to get there. These live streams have been helping a lot. I've been watching my view hours and they've started climbing again. So these live streams are helping. It makes it worth doing them. Well, I guess I'll go on ahead and launch and say how I've been doing on my journey. It's been 5 minutes and they haven't been in. There you are, just in time for you to at least hear it. I've been waiting for you guys. I'm doing great. I'd been holding off as long as possible. I was just telling Grandpa here that I was going to go on ahead and talk about how my journey's been doing since you didn't make it in. But I'm going to go on ahead and start with it now, and then whoever else comes in, I'll recap. So, you didn't. I kind of figured that. YouTube is awesome in one way and not in another. Good old YouTube. Anyway, so like, yeah, that trailer is terrific. I love it, and it covered every ground. I don't know if Yin's noticed, but I put it on my new subscriber trailer. That way, anybody who's just looking at my page for the first time will see that, and they can click on and see just what my channel's about. So, yep, I put that on the intro. I love it. So, I think you've done great. And I can tell you put some thought and effort into that. It takes a lot of work to find videos and get cuts out of them. A whole lot of work. You've got to find those right places to get a splice. So, yeah, you've done great. So, in my weight loss journey, I have been doing awesome with the OMAD. I haven't ate anymore after my one meal. I'd say I did. And today's meal, I had a baked potato with cheese and ranch. I had my fried curry nuggets. Boy, I love them. I just love them. I don't know when I'm going to get sick of them yet. Hello, Nikki. There we go. I'm just starting to say how my day is gone. Just starting, so you haven't missed anything yet. I'm just now starting to tell what I've had today. So, baked potato with ranch and cheese, my curry nuggets, which I I don't remember which particular day it was, but I videoed how I make those curry nuggets. I'm doing great. I am doing awesome. But I'm going to rehash what the fried nuggets are. Uh, Great Value, Walmart has started diced chicken, which is cool. All it is, it's frozen raw chicken that's it's just diced up so that you've got your little pieces. You don't have to do it. You don't have to take a chicken breast and cut it up. It's in a bag, which is so convenient. So I started investing in those. And so I get me around about maybe 8, 10 of those. And it says diced chicken on the great big frozen bags of chicken when you go into the spot where they've got their frozen chickens that like the drumsticks and all that. They're not breaded or anything, just the raw chickens that's frozen in the bag. They've got diced chicken. At least here, they might not there, but they do here. So hopefully you've got them. Thank you. Um, but yeah, so like I'll get me about 8 or 10 nuggets and I'll have them soaking in water so that they kind of fall apart. That way I can separate them. And in flour, which you can use any kind of flour you want, I use regular white flour. And I put salt, pepper, onion powder, poultry seasoning, curry, and I started adding turmeric. I have seen some very pathetic super Walmarts. They really do not live up to their name for sure. Um, but and so like I go on ahead and I flour them up. I don't even use egg or milk to coat the pieces first. I just throw them into the flour, coat them, and um, so I prepare just enough oil in the bottom of my pan so that it at least halfway covers the chicken. And I add some butter. That way there's an extra flavor to it. And I fry them for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes on both sides and they're done. I mean, it doesn't take any time at all to even fry them up and fix them. So that's what I do with the curry nuggets. And oh my gosh, I just, and me, normally I like to make a mix of cream cheese with ranch dressing to make my dip, but I've not been buying the cream cheese. But just ranch alone works great. Oh, well, I'm glad he checked. Yeah, because, well, for the first around 9 minutes, nobody came on, not even Grandpa. And I was going to give it about 10 minutes and then I was going to shut it off and then go at it again a little later. But I know that you want to get to church, and I was trying to figure out just what time before because 9 o'clock will be too late for me. It's one meal only. Because the idea behind OMAD is to get your body into a good fasting state so that your body will burn the fat more. And if you eat snack, Well, basically, you're not allowing your body to go into the fasting stage where it can burn the fat off. And I know it sounds like it's difficult, but it's actually not. But I don't suggest just going right into OMAD. You have to slowly drop yourself down. So if you're used to eating 3 meals and some snacks, start out cutting out the snacks and just have your 3 meals. And then when you get used to that, come down to just 2 meals. And when you get used to that, before you know it, you'll find yourself able to do OMAD. With me, when I'd started doing the Ray Down with the Kicking It series, I was just eating 3 meals a day and I wasn't snacking anymore. And then I found myself only hungry enough to eat twice a day. And before I knew it, I ended up getting to just eating 1 meal a day. Oh, well, you know what? That's good for today. That's good for today. But we're still going to have to figure out what to do about it on other Wednesdays. So we'll figure that bug out. But for today, that's awesome news. That's terrific. Um, so here is the big one. Here's the big news. Oh, and aside from the potato and the curry nuggets, I also had 3 cod sticks and a dark green salad. Well, it works good for a lot of people as long as they can stick with it. And you do run through a series of feeling hunger, but it, like with any other good habit and adjusting to your environment, OMAD is something you have to adjust to. And the body does get used to it. It really does. For me, the only way that I can even do OMAD appropriately is to trust the Holy Spirit. He keeps me busy, occupied, so that I'm not even thinking about food anymore. Other than that, if I was to keep doing this on my own, I would keep failing over and over and over again. And I really prefer doing OMAD over 2 meals a day because if I eat a second meal, I feel heavy physically and mentally. Okay. Um, I'll wait for Nikki to come back and then I will say how much I weighed in this morning. So I'm working really hard to make sure that I keep up with my iron levels. And the doctor is wanting me to have a colon job done. It'll be my first one, that I'm confident that there won't be any trouble there. No, that wouldn't be good. Hello, Chris. How are you and those beautiful felines? Yep. Yep, I got my schedule today to go be evaluated. Fill out the paperwork and be evaluated, and then whenever I go in to have the job done, hubby has had it done twice since we've been together, and he had one done prior before that. He doesn't even like doing them, but I think I'll do fine with a broth diet and drinking that what they call nasty stuff. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, it's hot here too, Chris. It's real hot here. I think more than likely the heat index right now is possibly 104 to 106. I haven't even looked on the weather app yet, but I'd say, and it's probably very easily 98, 99 degrees out. It's hot. But I believe everything's going to be fine with that. What it is, though, where I'm low iron, he's wanting to make sure that I'm not bleeding or anything. That's not unusual. Oh, wow. Uh, I guess hamsters don't need to stay cool. Hubby has had polyps, and there'd been a couple little pieces that had been removed that they said could be cancerous, but they removed them. Yeah. Now, they're pretty good about removing anything, but the normal polyps was no problem. And they've checked the ones that look like they could be cancerous on him, and they were okay. But he's got to keep up with the screening because his grandpa had colon cancer. So he's trying to keep up with that as much as possible. He hates doing it, but he doesn't want to end up being sick like his grandpa was. And I don't blame him for that. That would be rough. Yep. I got you there. Should I go on ahead and reveal my good news and then rehash when she comes in? I would say so. I think I'm going to be just fine, though. Well, when she comes back into the chat room, I'll just recap. No problem there. So, good old drum roll. Came in this morning at 173.8, 5 ounces down. And I am so tickled. I'm still dropping the ounces. Even if I lose 1 ounce, I am so tickled. 5 ounces is better. A pound is awesome. 2 pounds out of here, They do. They really do. I think I'm going to be fine with drinking that stuff. Hubby had me take a taste of it, just a taste of it, because they had said that the best way to put it down was like with the lemonade mix. And so I had put the lemonade packet in his, and he had me try it. And I thought, that doesn't taste so bad. That's the one part I think I'm going to have more struggle with than it is just putting it down. But the other thing that was suggested to keep it chilled. So I'm going to keep it chilled, and I'm going to add the lemonade packets to it and give it some flavor. And I think I'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the one downside. But other than that, I'm going to be fine. But during that time that I'm in preparation, because they like you to take 2 days in prep, I'm not going to be doing OMAD because I'm not going to have any solid foods. So I'm going to follow the rules for the cleanser and the having the bouillon broth. I'll just have to drink ever so often during the day. I'm not going to be doing OMAD for the 2-day cleansing period. But that's fine. That is A-okay. And like my husband said, imagine how much weight I will lose during that cleaning time. My question is, how much weight will I put back on after I start eating again? Which shouldn't be all that much anyway. But that's one thing that I'm to expect is putting the weight back on, but hopefully it won't be too much. It probably won't be too much. I'm going to be fine with it though. And I want to believe that there isn't any reason for me being anemic other than just I do not get enough iron. But now I had read up that a person can become anemic through exercise. It's called exercise induced anemia. And with the change in diet and iron supplements, they're Hemoglobin went back up. Cool. Well, whatever was the reason, I'm glad she doesn't have that trouble no more. And no, that doesn't make any sense, but maybe she had extreme backup or something and just didn't know it. But I'm glad that that took care of it. I mean, that wouldn't feel too good having a rapid heartbeat just because you eat. I do that sometimes after I've had coffee, then my heart speeds up. And I drink decaf. But a lot of times when I drink coffee, I like to add raw cocoa to it. So it's probably the cocoa because cocoa has got caffeine in it. I am a little bit caffeine sensitive. I can drink sodas, no problem, but the coffee has got higher caffeine. I would say so. I would say so. And that's another thing that I'm looking at. I'll have a fresh colon to work with. It does. It's got a whole lot to do with it. Whole lot to do with it. I know, like, if I've not been able to use the bathroom for a good while, and I will start feeling lethargic, like I had maybe drunk too much caffeine or ate too much or something. I mean, I really start feeling horrible. And then once I'm able to go, it's like all of a sudden I'm cured. So, yeah, having a clean colon really makes a difference. Big, big difference. Um, well, I don't do cumin itself, but the curry and turmeric is a part of cumin, or it's got cumin in it, or whatever it is. Anyway, cumin, curry, and turmeric is all related. And so when I make my curry chicken, and turmeric is great for taking care of inflammation and speeding up the metabolism. And there's all kinds of good properties behind turmeric. Now, I had tried doing vinegar. Uh, Last year, I was drinking the vinegar with the mother in it, with cinnamon and lemon. And that was okay, but it ended up causing my ankles to swell worse. I've heard of the Hashimoto. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've only heard of it, but I don't know what all's involved with it. Wow. I couldn't even imagine that. I'd have to look that up to see what all's involved with that. I understand, though, that it's not a very good disease. Huh. Well, good. That's another thing about the intermittent fasting. The body repairs the body on the inside. It takes bad cells and dead cells and removes them and reuses the cells that's reusable. So that's through autophagy. There you are, Mr. Julian. I'm waiting for Nikki to get back into the chat. She had to step out for a bit, and then I'll recap. I've heard that. I've heard about celery juice. I've not done too awful much investigating with that, though. She had to take a bathroom break. She'll be back in soon. It took a long time for anybody to show up. Grandpa showed up about 9 minutes after I'd started the live stream. Apparently, notifications didn't start right away. So, oh, I tried to make it a little nicer, Mark. Thank you. This studio is the hottest room in this place. The vent is opened wide, but it doesn't cool off like the other areas. So it actually gets hot in here. This is the only room that's got a ceiling fan, but I will not run it because, like live streaming, it leaves flapping shades. So, hey, don't feel bad. I sit on the throne so long my legs and feet go numb. I hate that. That's another good thing for eating spring mix salad every day. Most of the time, most of the time anymore, I don't get numb. Oh my goodness, you all. I like to keep privacy in a private matter, you know. Well, while I'm waiting on Nicole, I'm going to go grab me another bottle of water. I'll be right back, y'all. Anyway, as far as it goes, the heat in this place, in this specific room, I can't run the ceiling fan because it leaves the flapping looks up on the ceiling. Can't run the wind machine, the fan, because it's too loud. So, well, everyone, me, is doing well today. Um, I had done several videos to kind of let you in on it, Julian and Grandpa. I had been suffering not being able to urinate for a long time, and I thought that I was passing like stones. And it's possible that I was, but when I had gone on vacation in May to see my kids, all I was drinking was bottled water. And all of a sudden, I didn't have any trouble peeing. And then I get back home and I start drinking my tap water again, and I started struggling to pee again. And I thought, okay, what did I do on vacation that made the difference? Then I thought of the bottled water, and I thought, that's it, that's the secret. So when I talked to my doctor about it, comes to find out, there's a lot of lime in our water here, and so there's a great volume of salt in it, and my body can't process the sodium like that. So I've switched to drinking all water out of the bottle, and I tell you what, I've not had a problem since. Um, it actually hurt my kidneys more than anything, but what it was like, it was almost strained for me to pee. It would come out almost like my body was struggling to let it go. And then I wouldn't pee all that much. Yeah, even though they try to clean it. That's a good name for it. Um, it had actually gone on for a couple years. Matter of fact, it had actually started when I moved here to Waco. Because in Houston, I didn't have a problem and I was drinking the tap. But when we moved here, it became a problem. So it's in their water. I can't drink their water here. I can't drink the tap. Which is fine because honestly, bottled water, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm having to pay for the bottled water, which you have to pay for water here anyway. But the water tastes a lot better in the bottle anyway. So, yeah, yeah. But according to my doctor, it's the salt that's in the water here. So I'm just glad I found what the real problem was because I was drinking pomegranate juice. I had read up what the best home remedy was for kidney stones, and I found out that pomegranate juice was really the best. And so I was investing in that, but I was only getting around 4 cups out of it, and it's like $10 a bottle. We've got an Aldi here, and they sell 24 for $1.99. Now I'm paying a little bit more at Walmart, but I'm getting 36 bottles. So I'm probably more or less being robbed by about 50 cents to a dollar, but I'd rather have more bottles. So, and it is so worth paying for just to be able to keep myself flushed out. So I don't complain one bit, not one bit. I've never been too keen on Kroger, but in Houston, that's where we always shopped. Thank you, Grandpa, for that reminder. Some people really can't stand it. I know some people who hardly even drinks it. I'm one of those that I'm almost a straight water person, but on occasion I like soda, and I'll take times that I just drink a lot of soda. But where I'm doing OMAD, I try to make sure that it's just with my meal, because if I was to drink soda outside of my meal, then I would be breaking the fast. I don't put flavor packets in my water, but on occasion when I have plain tea, I'll add flavor packets to the tea. That's pretty good. And what I don't like about those flavor packets is that every one of them has got either saccharin, which I despise, or the aspartame, or at least the stevia. So none of it has real sugar in it, and I really do not like false sugar. Um, okay, thank you. Not that I have a problem with anybody Jewish. I just don't like particularly the username. But anyway, yeah, oh, with the flavor packets, I just don't like it that there's false sweeteners in them. But I have found some flavor packets that I actually do like. The Great Value brand, there's one flavor I like, pomegranate, might be pomegranate cherry or something like that, and it goes awesome with tea. A good thing that I'm the only one that's showing up here, right? Ugh. Why does people choose some names like that? Oh, people. So, have you tried any? Hello. This is my new subscriber, you all. How are you doing, gaming? Is Ian your name? IAN? Ian? Yep, he's my newbie today. So glad to see you. But have you tried any flavor packets in water, Julian, so that at least you can put it down? And for that matter, what do you basically drink since that you don't? Oh, okay. Ian is a simple name. That's like my name is Amy, and I like it because it's simple. Do you do you drink the plain Lipton or do you get like lemon flavored or what? I like green tea. Um, I don't know that I've even tried the peach. My favorite is the brisk lemon, which is kind of cheating, so to speak, because it is so loaded with sugar, but I love its flavor. I also like drinking the Arizona green tea and honey. I haven't had any of that for a long time. Hello, Don. How you doing, buddy? Have you made another video yet? We was talking about that last night about you putting more videos out. Thank you. I'm going to have to try the peach. Absolutely. And we're not coming on here to talk down on anybody, not even the president, whether or not we like him or not. We're not talking down on nobody. Well, I'm certainly looking. I'm waiting for you to do it, for you to make another video. Um, Thank you. Um, First off, we do not talk politics because not everybody is on the same. So we do not talk about politics. And we do talk about Jesus on here, and sometimes we get talking pretty good about God. The majority of us are Christians and we have strong faith, but we don't push it on anybody either. Mostly my chats are all about just different subjects, like if we've had any paranormal experiences or we're looking to get out of our channel, or how's the day been, how's the weather going. And I also talk about how I'm doing with my weight loss. And so basically, it's all family friendly chat and great consideration for people. It's all family friendly though. I've got quite a few. I actually do. I have had quite a few paranormal experiences of my own. Yes, it is. Very nice to have him here. I'm very tickled. And I appreciate you subscribing to me too. Poor Nikki. You can just call me Amy. You don't have to go by my channel name. You can just call me Amy. We know the majority of everybody here by name anyway. All American Grandpa is Dave. President Trump is Mark. And so anybody that's got a username, we pretty well know each other by our real name. And that is perfectly all right. It makes it easier instead of trying to type in the entire username. You can call him Mark. That way you don't have to type all that in. Basically, we're all family on here. And since you subscribed and you joined in, you are now part of the family. I wonder how Anthony's doing, if he's even going to show up. So I checked into Anthony's Instagram and his channel, and he's got uploaded mostly Ariana Grande's videos. And he has got Ariana Grande's photo on both his Instagram and his channel. I had a feeling that you was a young guy. It's not unusual for me to get some very nice teens in here. We used to have a Mitchell Hunt, and he was 16. Yeah, I don't think Mark's got his gas mask. She'll be out, I hope. Still here, Julian? You're being silent. So what does the FTW mean? Oh, for the win. Cool. That's nice. Yeah, absolutely, right? Um, oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the crunching and lip smacking over here. Anyway, so like basically I my channel started out just to show like parks and attractions, but I've pretty well exhausted that's close around that I could film. And then I had started working on losing weight. And so I started filming that every day. And so now my channel, the majority of my videos now is my weight loss journey, but I also do painting and singing and subject vlogs. And I've got a cat and a dog. I really don't have any videos on my dog yet, but on occasion I do a video on my cat. So I'm kind of doing all kinds of little things on my channel. So what does FTW mean in the Army, Grandpa? Oh, okay. Got you there, Grandpa. I haven't really done any reviews for a good while. Um, I really didn't set out to do reviews anyway, but I like using the Snapchat filters. And when I found Big Mouth and how funny she was and how fun she was to use, I used her to do food reviews. But after I'd started trying to lose the weight, I had to stop with the food reviews. And so, and not only that, but they pretty well stopped using the Big Mouth filter. On occasion, she'll be on there, but not all the time. And so it just kind of made it hard for me to use her in any way. The last review that I'd done with Big Mouth was makeup. Now, Julian had a good idea for me to be able to start using her again. So I'm kind of thinking into that of what I'm going to do to be able to use her. Well, it's me, but I'm using the filter on the Snapchat. Big Mouth has got large eyes, a cute little flat nose, and a humongous mouth. And so that's why I call her Big Mouth, because of her big old mouth. And when I smile, her mouth is just so big and the smile is so beautiful. And she's got better looking teeth than I do. So she's kind of like my alter ego, where I'm laid back and kind of like conserved in a way. Big Mouth is just a innocent goofball. So in a way, like using Big Mouth, I'm able to let my inner self out. It did kind of change. Well, right now I've got my hair colored anyway. My hair's a silver and dark brown, so it's colored right now. I've got it colored blonde, but because I've got such dark hair, it comes out more like an orange. But that's a good way of looking at it. I like to call her my alter ego. Just by using that particular filter, and I have tried to get the same character out with the other filters, but it's like Big Mouth draws it out. That goofier side that's inside of me that I don't normally bring out, I'm able to put into her. There you are, girl. Okay, so I'm going to recap. Everybody else knows. When I weighed myself this morning, we're talking about Big Mouth but right now, but I'm going to tell you how much I weighed in this morning since you missed it. I came in at 173.8, so I'm 5 ounces down. So I'm tickled about that. I'm anxious to see how much I weigh in tomorrow. But yeah, we're talking about Big Mouth. Now I want to introduce you to Ian. He just subscribed today. Yeah, they're my mods, and I tell you what, they keep those riffraffs out, those ugly trolls. They keep them out. But anyway, Ian's new here. He subscribed to me earlier today. So you switched to your outlaw account, huh? Okay. Thank you. Well, you don't have to say, Nikki. We'll keep that private if the gentleman can do so. But yeah, Ian was asking about what I do with my channel, and we got talking about Big Mouth. Oh, brother. Well, I guess it's better for the commode to take the beating than for your body, right? Everything should be better now. So, talking about Big Mouth, Julian had said about me reviewing products with her. So, what would all of you suggest? What would any one of yous like to see Big Mouth review? Maybe to just get it out in the open and cleared. It's all done now. Let's change this subject. What would any one of yous like to see Big Mouth review? It has to be something that I can easily view with one hand, because to do the filter, I have to hold that video button. So I've only got my left hand to do anything with. So what would any of yous like? You know what? Yeah, I could review movies with Big Mouth, but I can already imagine me talking about something that's not too awful good and just say it's nasty. That's the only way I'm ever going to be able to do it, because if I try to do food reviews, it'll just mess up my diet program and everything. So yeah, Big Mouth is now just going to review other things, as long as she's available on the Snapchat, because like I said, they don't always use the Big Mouth filter anymore. But if I could find an alternative filter besides Big Mouth when she's not available, objects, yeah. It'd have to be something that plungers. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'd have to figure out how to do that one, Nikki. I could definitely show you that an auger works better than a plunger. There you go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Help me, Mark. Think of some things. You're my creative crew. Get thinking of some things for me to review. And nothing that's behind a bathroom door. We'll get out of the party room. Let's get out of the party room, please. The throne room. We got to get out of the throne room. Anything that I try that's seen on TV, I have to definitely make sure that I can use with one hand. Now, I'm still yet, because Walmart always keeps the as seen on TV on a certain shelf, so I'm going to be looking over those things. But I do like the movie idea, to review movies. That is an awesome idea. That is a very awesome idea right there. And my mother had once suggested me reviewing movies. I tell you what, he knows how to get it going. We all get the laughter for sure. How about you, Nikki? Besides plungers, what would you like to see Big Mouth review? Yeah, that's true. I sure could. Yeah, I could do that similar to what I'd done with the MRE. And I tell you what, that was difficult, because when I was having to lay out all that stuff and then film the food as I prepared it and stuff, and I couldn't do Big Mouth itself. Okay. I really don't like sugar substitutes though. But you've kind of got a good idea right there. Yeah, because sometimes I like to add a little munchie to go at the end, like something considered like a dessert. So that would work. But yeah, what you're talking about, Dawn, the sugar substitutes, maybe not necessarily do that. But like, if I try something new with my OMAD, I could do a Big Mouth review on that one item that I'm going to be eating in my OMAD. So you've got a good idea right there, at least in the right direction. And therefore, I wouldn't have to worry about messing up my OMAD. I just incorporate it as part of my meal. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, on occasion, I like to at least have a candy bar to finish my meal off. So, like, say that there would be a new candy bar that comes out, I could go on ahead and get that and do a review on it as my dessert with my meal. Or if I find a new product to eat as one of the meal itself, like, I don't know, maybe a new breaded chicken or something, or a new salad dressing or something, I could do a review on that while I'm eating it. Now, unfortunately, where hubby works night, he sleeps during the day, so anything that I would be doing like that would have to be a self thing. I wouldn't be able to review those. We have got some MREs for us to review, and he doesn't even have time to review those. So anything that I need my hubby for, that's definitely out. And it's a great idea. It's a very good idea. But it just wouldn't work for him, unfortunately. He's not much of a gamer anyway. But I could check out to see what, well, it's not all that bad of an idea. I can look and see what's available as a solitaire type game, like board game or whatever. I could check and see what's available for a single. Well, actually, these are such excellent ideas. I don't think I need to. But you're right. It probably wouldn't hurt. What did I do with my other tablet? Okay, my tablet's up here, so I've just got to go get my pen. And I checked out that Fonto. Apparently, that's mostly just doing it on videos, but I did find another font app that does pictures. So I'm going to kind of fool around with that, kind of play with it a bit, see how it works and everything. And I might be able to make thumbnails with it if I like what it does. Well, thank you. I try to be. The one thing I've learned, it doesn't pay to be grumpy to anybody. You lose friends. I had a really sweet sister who was a regular viewer and subscriber of mine. And when I'd first started trying to lose the weight, she started trying to more or less push her diet plan on me. And she was saying that I would never be able to lose the weight how I was doing because I was eating even like sugary stuff and stuff. I like to eat chocolate too. Huh. I don't know. Oh, it was Melanie Hind. Anyway, she didn't think that I would be able to lose weight and eating sweets and stuff. And I set out to prove that I could, and I did. Oh, wow. I don't know how I could. She didn't come on my live chats very often, but she also goes by Princess Ninja, which is what her channel name is now. It's now Princess Ninja and Keto. But she was trying to push keto on me, and a lot of people prefers keto, and that's fine. I'm not against anybody who does keto, but I didn't want to do keto. And yes, yes. You remember her, Julian. Thank you. Yes. Do you remember that? She is nice and she's a sweetheart, but I ended up getting very rough in my videos, putting down different diet plans and stuff because I was mad. I was hurt because her and her friend didn't have enough faith that I would be able to lose weight how I was doing it. And so through my hurt, I kind of made my videos more of rants than nice. And I ended up losing her friendship and her subscription, all because of that. And on occasion, I'll go onto her channel to see how she's doing with her weight loss. And she's still hovering around 90 to 190 to 188 doing keto. And I would have been like that if I would have done keto. I would have been losing weight too slow because there's so many restrictions. And I do like carbs. I like potatoes and stuff like that. So me personally, I wouldn't be able to do keto. But I on occasion, I check up on her to see if she's lost any more weight and how she's done. And she's looking great. The scales isn't showing her weight loss, but her body is showing it. So that's another good way of looking at it. It's not always the scales. Sometimes the body shows other evidence of weight loss, and the scales just don't reflect it. But she's also got this disorder that kind of slows any kind of weight loss down, any kind. Okay. Okay, that's fine, Ian. Thank you so much for coming in, buddy. It's been a great pleasure seeing you here. Enjoy your meal. So anyway, let's see. I've got movies. Snack slash dessert. New meal item. And as seen on TV. And also possible gadgets. Oh my goodness, my best pen is going out on me. Shucks it. I love this pen. Ah, it's the pen that I use to write my journal. Hold on, let me get another pen here. I'll have to grab myself a big later. All right, possible gadgets. Those are really good ideas right there, guys. Well, thank you. I do too. I miss him. I miss him so much. And that's awesome about the subs. That must have been a silent subber. I didn't get a notification of anyone subbing. But praise God. I have been confessing blessings and prosperity on this channel. Blessings and prosperity. Yeah, Ian is a sweetheart. He almost reminds me of Mitch. I wish there was a way that we could get hold of him so that like he'd know to come back or something. Get hold of Levi and tell him, hey, come on back. And, we're still missing a few of our gang. Yeah, every bit of those ideas, those are great. Yes, it is. And I'm believing that because, I dedicated this channel to God last year. I told him it was his channel. So, and God blesses what belongs to him. All I've got to do is make sure to let him shine through it. Seriously? Where are these folks coming from? Thank you, Father. I always praise him. For every new sub, I praise him. Thank you, Lord God. But yeah, it's a shame that Ian had to get on, but where he said I seem pretty nice. After that period of me kind of acting hateful on my videos over the weight loss and the weight loss diets and all that, I thought, wait a minute. Everybody has got to lose weight the best way they can. And therefore, not everybody is going to do the Ray down. Not everybody's going to do keto. Not everybody's going to do paleo or Mediterranean or Atkins or all that. And I thought the best thing for me to do is to support anybody and everybody, no matter what they're having to do. And then, like when somebody says, I can't lose weight how I'm doing it, I just remind them that I've already lost over 40 pounds. Already? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Oh my goodness. Oh, God is so awesome. The reason why I'm wanting this channel to become monetized so badly is because, for one, my ex, he is only on disability. He's got slip disc, so he doesn't get that much a month, and he's still taking care of our son. Plus, he tries to help his daughters out, especially our oldest daughter. And I'm wanting to be a blessing to my family in Kentucky. My hubby here, he works hard for what we're getting. And sometimes we're still having to ask his parents to help with some bills. But God has been blessing. And what an awesome God we serve. He is so wonderful. He is so wonderful. I can't stop praising him for this. This is him. This is God. Oh, she's a special dog, though. She should get even more than what you get on your live streams. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God, you're so wonderful. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Yeah, after they readjusted it, because it was over 100, and they readjusted it. They always readjust the live stream so that it's more legit. But still, the views on the live streams have really been hitting great. I have gone back and looked over the other live streams that I had done, like with our coloring pages, and the views on those keeps climbing too. It's slow climbing, but it's climbing. This is terrific, guys. And I want to thank you all. You guys are so beautiful. I love you so much. I've got 2 showing on mine, so I definitely know I've got more than that on right now. So who cares what that shows? But yeah, you guys are so beautiful. every one of you. And you know, I go to bed with such joy in my heart because I've got a wonderful, wonderful YouTube family here. Before hubby went to work last night, I told him that God has blessed me with a wonderful group. You guys are just so amazing. Words can't say nothing right now. Oh, grab a tissue and join me. You guys make these live streams worth it, seriously. So very much. It makes me want to get back on. It makes me want to do a live stream because I know you guys are going to be right there with me. But yeah, you make these streams worth it. She's fine. She's fine. You can kind of break the monotony here. Yeah, I don't want to sit in silence and bawl for the next 15, 20 minutes. Has your hamster hid from you right now? Oh, I wish I was there. I'd put my arms around Lena's neck. Then she could give me a great big old kiss all up and down my face. I believe it. I believe it. It's hot here too. The studio alone, it's a hot room. The studio is. But I don't want to run the ceiling fan because it makes that weird flicker light up in the ceiling and the wind machine is too loud. So I'll just sit here and sweat it out. It's worth it anyway. It's worth it anyway. I got a feeling these live streams are going to end up being awesome times. I seriously believe that. You would think that the little fellow would get out and cool off. Yeah. Yeah, I've got fevered shoulders from the heat that's in here. I don't understand why the vent doesn't allow very much cool in here. I don't understand that at all. I tried playing with the vent to readjust it, and apparently it's just fine where it's at, but this is just a hot room. But it makes a great studio. Hey, yeah, your mouse is hid too? I guess they don't like coming out to be cool. Maybe they freeze easy. Maybe they just simply freeze easy. Yeah, we sure don't want anybody to not show up or watch. But thank you, Julian. How's it going with that car wash? Have you checked it out any further to see about exploring it or anything? no, he was checking into a car wash. It was a drive-through car. I've only got 3. Well, I'm still subscribed to your adventure channel, so if you do a video on it, I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, I don't ever trust that viewer count ever. It's weird. So I just don't even look at it. I do it first to see if there's one, and then I look onto the chat to see who types in and says hi. After that, I'll pay no attention to it. It's all screwy. But it appears that now it's more accurate, whatever you're seeing. The 6 viewers now seems more accurate than the 3. Yeah, whenever you get the time to do that car wash, it's just whenever you get the time. Your hamster will be fine. If he prefers to be in warm, or at least warmer than you, then I really can't say anything about hamsters. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. You're going to make me start crying all over again, girl. So, as I was trying to tell Ian, it doesn't pay to be hateful. You lose friends. But God says that if you want friends, show yourself friendly. And that's so true. If you want to have friends, then you be a friend first. I'm about to. My heart is so full right now. It's beaming right now. I almost feel like fireworks that just keeps exploding. You know, even if you unsubscribed, I knew that you'd subscribe back because you just can't leave me. Yeah, I feel the waterworks coming back. I can't get over all of you. And you know, when Yins was helping me to think of a new channel name, I thought to myself, there's still my creative crew. Even though we're not color, still have these wonderful ideas. You're still my creative crew. And that's the reason why I asked Yins what would be a good idea for Big Mouth, because I just knew Yins would have those ideas. A great crew. Awesome crew. I tell you what, as soon as YouTube fixes it so that the mobile device can be used for live streaming, I'm going to start doing live streams on my paintings. I don't know about going back to coloring pages. That might be every so often, just like spread out throughout time. But I am going to start doing live streams on my paintings. That's why you had to come back. I tell you that that night that you resubscribed, that made my day. That's why we need Levi and Mitch here. Man, could you imagine what a reunion we would have if those two would come back? Talking about crying, we would just all be bawling because we'd all be right back. It would be terrific. Man, I miss those two. I miss that kid. They encourage him to get out there and keep trying to jog it. I do often wonder how he's doing. I really do. For a while there, I thought that I'd even lost Mark and Nicole here. They hadn't commented for a long time. Come find out they had been on it was some kind of a mission work or something other, was it? Like a some kind of a trip that you went with your church. And then like found out that they was still watching, but they hadn't been commenting, and finally they started commenting again. Oh, did you have problems with him too? I miss him too. I do. I miss him. Oh, wow. So, see, yeah, I had almost lost everybody. And I was very happy when you and Nicole had started responding again. But yeah, Chris, I miss Brian. I just don't miss how hateful he would get. He's got these issues that he's got to take care of, and it just makes it hard to deal with. I still pray for him though. I guess he kind of gave everybody a bad deal. Oh, did he? Yeah, I do too. I do wish him well, and I pray for his salvation as well. Wow, that's a shame. That's sad. I like strawberry daiquiri, and I'll drink it virgin or with rum, but I hardly drink anything at all. If I even drink anything, it might be like once every 3, 5, 7 years. I mean, that's how often I drink. I just had me a nice virgin strawberry daiquiri a couple months ago at a Mexican grill restaurant, and that was refreshing. But I really don't drink anything other than that. I'm one of these kind of people that um, I've really got a problem about alcoholism, especially if it ends up affecting people in the way they behave. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. You know what? You are right about that, Don, because the with Big Mouth, when I done food reviews, I didn't just review the foods that I would like. I reviewed foods that I didn't like as well. So that's a good point. I may try that. I attempted to smoke, and the crazy thing is, I never actually got the taste for it. I never did get the taste for it. Me and my ex had divorced before, and we was apart for 6 months. And during that 6 months, I had smoked, but I never got into the habit. I never got the desire to keep smoking. Um, I just done it to try to be cool, to be different, but my body never hooked up on it. And I had been given a pack of cigarettes one day, and I went walking, and I took those cigarettes out of my pocket thinking to light one up. And I looked at them, I thought, what in the world are you doing? And I threw him out into the weeds. Yeah, they don't do anything to me. They kind of make my nose burn until I get used to it again because my ex smokes. But I'm blessed. Hubby doesn't smoke. Yeah. And then I tried to take up smoking again because in 2017 I went back to my ex to see if I could be with him again and just remarry him and stuff. And I tried once again to smoke. And I was just going to do it even if I didn't have a habit. And my ex said, if you stop trying to take up the habit of smoking, I'll stop smoking. Okay. So I didn't light up no more, and he continued lighting. So, okay. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, said, Mom, that looks so weird seeing you do that. So, that's the last I've ever smoked. He might would, but I would have to catch him at a time when he has had some really good rest. Yeah, he's just hiding. He's just hiding. And hamsters like to stay private. They like to stay hid. They don't like being full threat. He's not missing. He's fine. Yeah, he does. Not all of them. He'll catch some of them, but I guess where he's always trying to rest up because he's got a hard shift, even though, like for where he works, they only do drive through. They close the lobby down for the night. And so it's only drive through, but it's still hard on him. So he tries to get as much rest as possible for his, but he gets 2 days off. He gets 2 nights off. And so usually he'll rest as good as possible the first night he's off. And then the next day we try to do something. Yeah, that's right, Chris. That's right. But as far as it goes for Ryan, going back to the drinking, I had tried a real wine that my mom had brought back from a winery, and it was so bitter. There was no flavor to it. Even she had to fix it up with orange juice. Right, right. Now, right now, hubby gets Friday night and Saturday night. He gets those off, which is good. And he always tries to get us to go out and eat somewhere because he really wants to spend time with me. And sometimes he'll try to stay awake to spend that time with me, and I'll tell him, "Get your rest. I'd rather you get your rest than to spend time with me." And it tears him apart. Actually, the Bible says that wine does the stomach good, and even Jesus drank. But it also says not to drink to blubbering. In other words, don't drink to the point that you're so drunk that you make a fool of yourself and possibly hurt others. So, no, drinking isn't a sin in God's eyes, but you most certainly do have to make sure that you don't become an idiot. And in heaven, we're going to be drinking the new wine with Him. And I bet it's so much better in more ways than one than what's made here. I look forward to drinking the new wine up in heaven. Yes, absolutely. And I don't have a problem. It like sometimes I would even drink that that Boone Farm, that Boone's Farm or whatever it is, that real cheap wine. And I like the Seagram's wine coolers, but they are very low alcohol percentages. I think like the Seagram's is 12%, and those Boone Farms or whatever those are is only like 2 or 4%, something like that. And then, like, of course, rum has got somewhat of an alcohol factor to it, but I don't know exactly how much alcohol. But the really cool thing that I like about a strawberry daiquiri, you don't taste the alcohol in it. It's still refreshing. You still taste the delicious strawberry. No, no, I'm not going to watch any of them. I've heard enough of everybody, and I've already got my views on them. Some of them sounded like they had better ideas than others, but I'm not going to be watching any of the debates. Besides, basically, I'm leaving the new candidate up to God. I agree with my mom. I want whoever God wants in the office to be in the office for 2020. But so far, I've not seen any good Republican. Trump is the only Republican running. The rest are the Dems, and I'm Republican. So, but yeah, I'm not going to be watching any of the debates. I think he will. But yeah, we're going ahead and skip over the politics because, like I said, not everybody is always on the same page. So we'll skip over that. Now, the reason why I've got a problem about alcoholism, I've seen a lot of people in general who are true alcoholics, and it's not a very good sight at all. I hear you about that, Chris. 69, wow. You're kidding me. Wow. My goodness, these streams just they fly by. The conversations are so good. I like the Boone's Farm pretty good, but I don't know. After I tried the Seagram's wine cooler, no, it doesn't. I agree with you there, Dawn. Real fast. But anyway, after I had tried the Seagram's strawberry daiquiri wine cooler, Boone's Farm doesn't taste good at all now. So if I want anything on occasion, and it is so very seldom, I used to actually buy them on a regular basis to help with kidney stones, but I finally stopped buying them altogether. I would get the 4-pack of the Seagram. It's good to be careful with it. I mean, you know, you've got that. If you get hold of a good alcohol, like a fine wine or a wine cooler, or I actually did try a rum, and I like how it tastes on the tongue because you can taste the flavoring they give it. But boy, once it starts down the esophagus into the tummy, you feel the burn. So my favorite food, well, I've got a few of them. Yeah, he's just hiding, Chris. He's just hiding. You'll see him again. Um, I like pizzas with mushrooms. I love French fries. I adore ice cream. I do like fried chicken. I really like fried chicken. And my favorite part of the chicken is drumstick. And then I've got to have me red meat. I love the red meats. I like the blade steak and I like just about any kind of steak. Thank you so much, Grandpa. Love to you too. And I appreciate you coming in. Give Luna that big hug around her neck that I want to give her. Have a great night, Grandpa. Oh boy. Well, there isn't any shows that I really prefer now, but I really love the older television show Emergency and Chips. I love those two shows, Chips and Emergency. Well, I hope that you reach that. It's a little rough starting out, but good luck. I'll check that out. Let me write your name down here. People likes watching something like that. They like to know what's going on medically and stuff like that. So I'd say that you've got a good chance. Okay, I've got your name written down and I will check you out. Okay. Huh. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yep, I just got the notification right here. Thank you. Yes, it is. Well, what's yours, if you don't mind me asking? We know everybody by our real name. See, you done a good thing coming here. You've got some new people, and I'm definitely going to be checking you out. President Trump's name is Mark, and You're very welcome. We had one in here yesterday who went by the, oh, you are more than welcome here. I'm going to be doing live streams every night. So just keep tuned in and stop in anytime. You're more than welcome. Anyway, we had one yesterday called Tatted Hearts, and his name is Anthony. I was hoping that he would come in today, but you're kidding me. Oh my goodness. See, you're wanting to reach 50, and I'm trying very hard to get my channel to grow. My channel had kind of gone on a stalemate for a while, but it is really jumping up there today. Thank you, Lord. So, what's your name if you don't mind sharing? Yep, 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours. Well, that's a good thing for the cats to be doing. All right, congratulations, Hinton. Looky there, you made your 50 plus. Good job. Yeah, you done a good thing stopping in here. You know what? Let me check you out right now, and I'll make that 52. You get a lot of views. That's awesome right there. So there you go. Now you've got 52. I've only heard about them. Well, thank you. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing about this disorder that you're having to deal with. Yeah, then that's shameful. Oh, you did? I'll have to definitely check that out. Well, that's definitely a mouthful. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to see about that. Yeah. But yeah, them licking the ice cream, and that is just disgusting. And what really bothers me about that is just because it was a juvenile, they're not being taught a lesson about it. How crazy is that? Because they didn't even get a slap on the wrist. They're going to believe that they can do that even as an adult. That is just so wrong. Okay, thank you so much for coming in and great luck with your channel. I know, and because they wanted to become famous. I thought to myself, what would it be like if nobody even gave them time of day for what they done? Then what? Thank you. Bye. I mean, seriously, they're getting viral because of this shenanigan. So they're getting the fame that they're looking for, the attention. But what if nobody paid them any attention at all other than to just slap handcuffs on them and stick them in jail for a night or two? And it not even become public. It not even get on video or the news. Then what? They're not learning anything. They just figure they can get away with it and it's fun. It's funny. Hi, Mom. How are you and Dad today? Well, good. Good. Mom, if I remember right, you got to meet Chris Peck and Three Cats, but I want to introduce you to Julian Carr. Julian, Linda Stepp is my mother. Now, Julian had been a regular on my paintings when I was coloring pages, and Julian was a part of that group, and his account had been hacked, and so he came up missing, and then just not too long ago he made a new account and he resubscribed. So I've almost got everybody back who was in my creative crew. It's hot here too. I think we've got a heat index of about 104 to 106 today. And I could even feel it when I took Bouncy out. How hot is it there, Mom? Nikki is Mark, President Trump's wife. She had to make her own account the other day. Now, I had just had All American Grandpa, and he had to leave. And we had some newcomers come in and say hello. And so this has been a pretty good stream today. Well, at least you've got some cool coming in. Is it hard to cool down that trailer? I can imagine that it's not. Yeah, we are like tomorrow is the start of August, and August is always the hottest month. So we've got some temperatures coming up for sure. And I think everybody right now is kind of suffering from hot. Grandpa, he lives in Maine, and it was too hot for them. Too hot for him and his dog up in Maine. Yeah, I have. Hinton, Linda Stepp is my mother, so I want to introduce you to her. Hinton is one of my new subscribers, Mom. But yeah, PewDiePie is close to 100 million. The last time I saw, he was like 98 million something or 99 million something, so he's close. Yeah, very big crowd, great crowd, and a wonderful conversation. We've only had a couple trolls come in, and Mark and Julian knocked them out. It's always not good to make an investment that doesn't do well. I promise your hamster's fine, Chris. I promise. He's fine. Like I said, hamsters don't like a lot of attention. Yeah, that's another thing, Mom. God is really blessing this channel right now. Julian keeps going back and checking, and two of my newest videos have really exploded on the views, and I have gained how many subscribers today? Like four subscribers so far today. So God's blessing. He's blessing. I ended up breaking down crying. It just, God's so wonderful. And every one of these people that's on here, they're so precious to me. And I'm glad that you came back, Mom. Wow. I believe it's coming. I believe it's coming, Henry. And I believe that you're going to get a good channel too. I'm believing that. What's Dad into right now? Just sitting and staying cool? My dad's name is Paul. He doesn't do any kind of social media at all. He doesn't even like to fool with the computer. I don't know that I don't think Dad would even know what to do with one if he messed with it, would he, Mom? I know that he knows how to mess around with the PlayStation, but I don't think he'd know how to do an iPhone or anything like that, a tablet or anything. Hello, Cray Adventures. And that's the best thing for them to do. How are you doing today? Everybody says that it's hot where they're at. It is a hot day today. It is a hot day today. It's a very hot day. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think you'd know how to fool with one. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I'm glad that Dad found something for him to get busy into. Dad is one of those, he loves to get into crafts. He's always trying to make something. He loves working with wood and cardboard and cement. I mean, he's creative. No, I don't either. That's what I was wondering about. I was waiting to see a response to that. Why did you say bye and Julian was the only one that saw that? Yeah, I didn't see you say bye or anything. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for stopping in. So anyway, Mom, to let you in a little bit on what I'm getting into, I'm going to start, instead of doing um, a journey vlog every morning, I'm going to start doing my journey vlogging, live streaming every day. And it's going to be in the evenings. That way it can help pick up the channel, because the channel had kind of gone on a stalemate. And so the live streaming will help pick it back up and get in the right direction. And that way, if there's any questions about my weight loss journey, um, there can be questions asked. Plus, I get to correspond, so to speak, with my good friends here, and we get into other topics and conversations. So I'm just going to be doing my journey vlog every evening as a live stream and combine that with a good chat. And the name Amy's Travels and Vlogs, my gang here came up with that. Well, I actually finalized with Travels and Vlogs, but they gave me the idea for that. They had so many great ideas to change it. And Mark, President Trump, made an intro trailer for me, which is awesome. And I had put it on the front of my channel page so that any new people who comes in can watch it and see what my channel is about. So we've been working pretty hard on switching things up a little bit so that this channel has got more traffic coming in. This is such an awesome crew because every one of them's got great ideas. So this is working out awesome. I will. Thank you very much for even stopping in, Mom. I appreciate it. I love you. You give Dad a hug and kiss from me. When Chris gets up, I'll give him a hug. But yeah, so I think this is the longest I've ever done a live stream. Well, we could go on ahead and close this down. Thank you, Mom. I think I'm going to go on ahead and close this down anyway because we've kind of slowed down, as kind of like how the popcorn is in the microwave. You know it's pretty well finished when you don't hear the pop pop so much. So we'll go on ahead and close this down. Conversation has slowed down and everything. So you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Anyway, guys, love you. Love you all.